going?
Welcome back everyone to part 6 of A Plague Tale Innocence. We're picking up in the cemetery, the exact place we left off in the last video. And here you can see Amicia is going to have to find a way around because that gate is locked. You're going to come to these lights. It's a fire inside of a lantern, but they direct and aim the light in a path. So let's move the light. You can go over and collect the items off of that barrel and then move it to the left to clear a path to that doorway. Then we should be able to run straight into this building here. And you can see that there is a workbench. There are items scattered around. There's a chest next to the workbench. And inside there is a tool. So be sure to grab that. And finally, I can upgrade my final pocket.
This should make things a little easier.
I'm so glad to have that out of the way. It just requires so much materials. Anyway, we've got that done. Upgrade whatever you would like to upgrade and then climb up the ladder inside of this room. In here, in that corner, there's a guard kneeling down in the path of light. So we're going to just move this light off of him and then, let the rats do their thing. You can pick up several items off of this table and then hop over that half wall. In here, we're going to move the light to the right to push the rats back so that we can hop over the half wall that is to the left of the light beam and go out through that window. You know you're supposed to go there because of the white paint. Once you hop out the window, you'll have a cutscene which we are going to skip. And Amicia is about to learn how to craft yet another consumable. So as she walked out, there were some monks and guards talking about something called episanguis. And this is something that is made in the rats' nests. You'll see it looks like a green crystal. So when you come through here, grab the items. Use some ignifier to light that torch. Go around to the boards that are near the torch and drop down, and you'll see episanguis here in the nest. Episanguis is a material we need to craft odoris, and odoris lures the rats away. So what you want to do is craft some and then toss it out of the way. The rats will run to it. It does not last very long at all, so be quick when you have to use this. Then you can get by and get out of that pit. So here, we're going to have to go where the rats are. The best thing to do is to craft some odoris. And we're going to toss it near the middle of this pathway, lure the rats over to it, and sprint over to the next light source. Here, this is just a little teaser. That door is locked, but we need to get in there. You can see there's something shiny, but we're going to have to go around. So grab the items from that crate, and we need to drop down to this area. We're going to have to use the odoris, let the rats run, sprint over to this movable lantern, and we need to point the light to where the rats will all be stuck in one spot together. We need to climb up that muddy hill. So let's just point the light here to keep the rats over to the right. That where the white paint is, we're going to have to drop a cart there. So climb up the muddy hill. We have yet another lantern with a beam of light and several items scattered around. Let's go ahead and move this light to the right to where we can get down that hill. Here you can throw some odoris to give Just give yourself enough time to go down there, grab the items, and then run right back. That's a good spot to get all of them away. Grab these items and then run right back up to your light. We're gonna be using Odoris for quite a bit. That's why I crafted more than just one set. So move the light over to the left. And in order to get to that area, we're gonna just point the light kind of where that stack of boxes are. Use some Odoris and throw it in that corner. All of the rats on the opposite side of the fence and the rats on our side of the fence, they're all going to run to it. So while they're running over there, grab the light and shine it here to trap them. You can still go and grab the Episanguis, but now they're all back there and they won't bother us while we're doing what we need to do. When you come over to this side, you can grab that item. And before grabbing the cart, jump over behind it and go into here where we're going to find curiosity number 18, pieces of Transis. This is what we saw through the gate. If you want to, you can go unlock the gate and go back around, but honestly, I don't want to do that because we trapped all the rats on this side of the light. So we'll just climb back up. That way we don't have to waste any Odoris. Then we need to push this cart. Again, we have to use the right stick in order to steer the cart, just in case you forgot from a few videos ago. Now, once we get to where this hill is, Amicia is just going to let it go. I guess it's too heavy for her to maneuver downhill. And then we can go ahead and push it over here to where the white paint is and climb up. Now, once you have finished with that area, you're going to come through this gate here. There's nothing to the right. Over to the left, you want to go around the corner. There are some rocks here and a couple of items. That's the cart. If you watched the cutscene, that's the cart that the priests or monks or whatever they are, they had it earlier. But we can't get anything from there, which kind of sucks. It would have been nice to have some useful materials from there. So you'll see Amicia keeps commenting on how close that she's getting to the university. And once you hop over this half wall, this is a pretty disgusting scene. Anyone who was sick, it's like they were all herded to this area on purpose by the guards. And not all of them were killed immediately, as you can see, and they just let the rats loose on them. It's pretty diabolical. Once we get away from there, pick up the items off to the right, and we want to sneak through this area. We're getting back to where we're going to have to sneak around guards again. If you just wait here, you can see that it'll give you a prompt to throw Odoris at a guard.
It worked.
And the rats will swarm the guard, and that can really help out in a pinch. So be sure to grab Episanguis any chance that you get, because it is quite useful. Now, once we get over to this area, there is a guard over by the water, and you want to wait for him to move. You can see there are items to his right on a table. We want to lure him to the left. We're going to head over there first to grab a few items off of this table over here. They're pretty important items. Then we'll head back to our little hiding spot. As long as you hug the wall to the right, the guard should not spot you. Now we just need to throw a rock over to that box of helmets to lure the guard over there. Once he walks over, he'll leave his light and we can throw some odorous onto him, and that will cause the rats to come and swarm him. And they'll leave us alone. So we can go ahead and grab these items, cross the bridge, and get to the other side of this little creek.
Are they still here? The episanguis cages. This is not just
Now,
an
the area we
evacuation.
need to go to is straight ahead.
We're all going to get ill hanging around here. Passing it on from
There are
one
two
sick
guards
bloke to the
here,
next, right up to the
one
Prime
with a
Inquisitor.
helmet, one without a helmet.
No one left.
And there are a couple of ways that you can take care of this. You can let the rats eat the helmeted guard and you can just take the other one out with a rock, or you can lure them away and move the light around. We'll get to that in just a minute. What we want to do first is, if you come down this alleyway and go to the left, there's a wall with white paint we can climb over.
It's one of those
In
alchemist carts.
here,
There must be something useful in it.
you see there's all these rats. We want to use Luminosa to get rid of them. Then we can safely pass through, and on the other side is another Alchemist Cart. This is our second cart. So go in there. There should be a tool inside, as well as several items. Around the left side of the cart is episanguis as well. So as you can see, the cart is chock full of useful stuff. Actually, I don't think there was a tool in here this time. But it doesn't matter because we have 4 tools. Here you can take a look at what you have to upgrade, and if you notice, you now have an alchemy bar where you can upgrade your alchemy skills, but we are not going to do that. All it does is take away from our materials that we need for our equipment and sling. Those are trophy related upgrades. All the alchemist upgrades are not. So if you want to do those, I would wait until you're finished with everything else. Now we exit out the way that we came. We did get an upgrade for the pouch on our sling. We're going to distract the helmeted guard. We'll throw a rock over there. He's going to walk away and go check it out. We can come over here and move the light, which I should have used Odorous, but I didn't because the guard is going to come back. If you throw Odorous over to where the guard is, the rats will swarm him, but I didn't do that. So we're going to come back over here and you'll see that he's not there. He doesn't notice that we've moved the light though. So now what I'm going to do is lure him back over here, which the guards will get annoyed and they won't be lureable. If you do it more than twice, they won't be lureable. So lure him over there, get your Odorous ready, throw it, the rats will take care of him since we moved the light. Now this one, you can just get a rock in your sling and take him out. Then go over to where he was and collect the items. Now we can continue on to the next section. I don't think there's anything in that corner.
You there? I'm burning up inside.
Here we see a sick man,
I don't know.
and unfortunately he's gonna drink that water that is just chock full of corpses.
Oh, this is a nightmare.
It just goes to show how
Come on.
dire this
brave.
entire situation
The
is.
university must be close.
Just keep on moving up these stairs. And here you can see directly in front of us is the university. First thing you want to do is take out that crate of rats. I did die, so I placed a cut there, but all I did was knock down the crate of rats. You can see that they're swarming around in the middle area. Here, we're going to do our best to just sneak by all of these guards and not actually have to deal with any of them, because we're going to have enough on our plate when we get to the next section directly in front of the university. So come down on the left side, grab the items that are near this kind of workshop, and we're going to lure this guard in front of us, we're going to lure him away, because we can't get past with him standing there. So what we want to do is use a pot. We're going to toss it over by the rats, and then we're going to get our Odorous ready. Just make sure you turn to see which way he's coming. You never really know if he's going to go around the back or if he's going to just walk straight over to the front. Throw the Odorous near him, the rats will swarm him, and we don't have to worry about him anymore. Now come up this little short flight of stairs. That guard over there, far away, we don't have to worry about him. I seem to be nervous about him because he's the guard that killed me when I had to make the cut. But I was way on the other side, before we went down the stairs, back where we came in. He's not going to mess with us over here on this side. So when you come here, go to the left, grab all of the items that you can over on this table. That guard won't see you because we're pretty well hidden behind tables and the fence. We want to throw a rock to distract the guard, and when he walks away, we can just hop over this and go up the stairs, and then we're done, which is way more...
Finally.
It's way simpler to do it that way than to have to fight all the guards. So up here, we're going to try to get the chapter-specific trophy for chapter 9.
They're a bit hoity-toity, but at least they know how to read.
This is going to take a little bit of extra work, but it's worth it. So first, we want to go to the right.
We knew it was coming.
Walk around the back of these guys because they both go and hang out in that little area. We're going to throw some Deverantis at the guard with the helmet, use the Sling and a Rock for the guard with no helmet, and then Sling and a Rock for the one that we ruined his helmet. Head over here and pick up all of the items, and there's also gift number 9 on this table. It's finicky sometimes,
Chessboard.
so just position yourself the best you can and grab the chessboard. Now once we've completed that, we need to enter through the front door. We can easily go over to the right and enter the side door, but for the trophy, we have to enter through the front door. This, I will say, I do not believe that I have thoroughly made this the most efficient. I know I definitely made a mistake toward the end, but I still was able to get it. The easiest way to do this is to separate those guards because they have shields, and when they have shields, you can't use the Deverantis when they're facing you because they'll just block it and then you waste it. So here, I ended up getting myself stuck. So you see there, there's a drape over that kiosk, I guess. I'm going to throw this pot to where the guards will hear it. the guards are going to come around to this side, or one of them will. And as I'm hiding back here, when the guard inspects it, I'm going to use the Deverantis and a rock to get his helmet off. But the other guard sees me. So yes, I have taken this guy out. The other guard is alerted, and I'm hiding behind this table. But I didn't realize that I can't get out to the right. I have to exit to the left, which she should be able to get under there realistically, but unfortunately, you can't. It's game logic. So I just hopped over and ran away, and if you can break the line of sight, then you can hide from these guys. So here I'm just kind of staying away. I threw the Deverantis at him. Then I missed him with the rock, and he picked his shield back up. So now I have to break the line of sight again. This is what I mean by I made a mistake. And see, I keep trying to get him, but he holds that shield in front of his face. So I'm just going to run completely around. I'm going to hide on the other side of this chariot. It's a very weird looking chariot. It kind of reminds me of a spider. I get it. It's to hold all the lanterns around it to keep the rats away, but it just looks sinister. So we're going to wait. You can see his alert bar is going down now. Once it goes all the way down, we're going to sneak back around to the right, because there's a low fence over here that we can get behind. He's going to walk back to his post in front of the door, and we're just going to wait right here for him to come back. See what I mean? Like, I did this in such a roundabout way. I'm sure there's an easier way to do it, and I know that my mistake was not being able to go out on the right side over by that kiosk. So he turns around. He's got a shield on his right side, which gives us the perfect opening to hit him on the left side of his head. So get rid of him and then walk straight through the front door, which gives us the hard way trophy. And at the same time, we get in the Shadow of Ramparts trophy for completing chapter 9. I guess they weren't lying. I really did do it the hard way.
The book. Remember Lucas said in the basement.
Anyway,
The path is strewn with
let's
roses.
get into chapter 10.
Roses. Wherever will I find
We are
roses
now
here?
inside of the university. In here, there are quite a few items. If you go down this hallway to the right, you can go either left or right. I'm going to go right first. There's no items over here, but you can see that the doors are locked. If you go into this other room, there are a few items in this room. I'm not sure, but I think that this is where you would come in if you came in on the side entrance. I just walk all the way back here to make absolutely sure that I've gotten everything, but there is nothing else here. There's just the one item that's close to where we enter into this hall. So we'll go back the way we came, take the right, and we're going to go straight, because that's where we came into the left. We're going to go straight, and there is I believe there are 2 items over here. We can't go in that door, and we can't go out that door. So we have to go back around to the way we came. Now once we come back through here, Amicia will notice that on the wall there are banners with roses on them. And she makes the connection that, oh, I must be going in the right direction because Lucas told me there would be roses leading the way to the book. So when you come into this room, we want to hide right here for just a minute. Make sure you have rocks. Those two guards are chatting. The one with the helmet is going to leave the room. And then we're going to take out the one that has no helmet. Then we can freely explore this room and pick up any items that are laying around before heading to the next area. As you can see, we have a cart that needs to be pushed over to the other side so that we can climb up to the upper balcony. And once I get up there, I'm going to have a little bit better vantage point. And sometimes that'll happen. Like I can think of at least twice that this happens, where you think you have gone through the entire area and found every item. And then you get to a different vantage point and you see something you missed, so you turn around and go back. And I'm going to do that in just a second. Once you come up here, you're supposed to go through the double doors right here, but we're going to go across to the opposite side of the balcony and open up this chest. And if you look down to the left just a little on the bottom floor, you can see something shining. And apparently I spotted it, and I'm going to jump back down and go grab that item. And I know this happens, I think, in the next chapter. I'm not sure if it's the end of this chapter or the next chapter, but the same thing happens. I get to a different vantage point and then see something I missed and go back and grab it. But for fabric, you know, that's a pretty important item. If it was just sulfur or something, I'd be upset, and I probably would have cut it out. But because it's fabric, that's more of a rare material. So anyway, just clear the area out, open up this door, and it's a point of no return door. Here, if you look down, you can see there are monks and guards checking out books. So we want to sneak down these stairs. And here we're just going to sneak around. There's a guard there, if you could see, just to the right. There's a guard leaning down, digging through books. But we can sneak through here without killing any guards. So the monk will follow a set path. He'll look right where he's looking, then he'll stand up and turn around and go to a different area. We can pass here while his back is turned. And then we'll wait here for him to turn around yet again. And then once his back is turned, we can go and pick up the item, which looks like leather, and then head straight out the door. Here again, there are two guards. Both of them are helmeted, and there is a movable lamp to our left that's holding some rats back. So while they're off to the right, we want to go over to this lamp. We're going to move the lamp away so that the rats can escape.
Get out of there. Go.
And then we'll have to move them, lure them over to those two guards. So kind of position yourself here and throw that Odoris in between them. And the rats will make very short work of both guards, and they won't bother us. Go into the alcove where the rats were trapped so that we can find Herbarium 7, the daisy. This one, again, is highly missable, so be very careful. Now we can walk around freely. Make sure you're picking up all of the items that you can carry. Hopefully, if you're like me, you got your pocket upgraded first and foremost, and you are able to carry the maximum amount of items possible. Now here I kind of screwed myself because these rats are right in the path that I need to take. So I have to waste a luminosa,
This stuff.
which is
Will it end up
very
covering
unfortunate.
everything?
The left is the way we need to go. So we're going to turn right and look for any items on this side, which there were two. So here you can see I'm going to craft another luminosa, and it does take leather to craft. But like I said, it is important to have that in your back pocket just in case, like in the situation I was just in. You want to be able to get out of that if it happens to you. There, that shelf fell down behind us. So again, we're at a point of no return. We're going to enter into this next area, and there are guards ahead of us. And you can see they're escorting someone somewhere. We can't go through there. There's too many guards. So go to the room on the right. Be careful. There are 2 guards in here. Keep going to the right and make your way to the back of the room. And keep an eye on them. Wait for him to either turn around or toss a rock to distract him.
Let's go see.
And then we're going to go into that back room. In here, there is another lantern on a pole that we can manipulate. And there are rats. So move the light over here. Just have it pointed at those boxes. And then come over to this window and throw some odorous through the window. And the rats will take care of those guards. And they'll move completely out of our way. You can move the light back if you like, but you really don't have to. The rats are going to stay over there because they've got 2 pretty good sized meals. Pick up the items around here. You can see that's a point of no return door. So I am going to go and just make absolutely sure that there are no items in this room. I don't think there are. All the items that we could collect or on the path that we took. So go back and head through the door. Now once we get this open, we'll be in a long hall. You can go to the left and collect a few items.
Hope I haven't taken a wrong turn.
And then turn and go to the right where we're going to find a tool and a workbench. Go ahead and use that workbench if you so choose. You can see we're getting pretty close to being finished with our upgrades. We have one for the strings, 1 for the pouch, 2 for the Attirol, and now just 1 because I did upgrade that. And I feel like it took forever to get those level 3 upgrades done. You might feel differently. I felt like it took forever. I really was sweating whether or not I was going to get everything completely upgraded in just 1 playthrough. Anyway, once you're done with that, go through the door. You'll get a cutscene, and then we'll be up on this top floor. And there are guards all around. So we want to sneak along the top. Go to the left. From where you enter, go to the left. Sneak around, and there will be a staircase to the left that we need to go down.
We both have problems.
So we need to follow the guards that are escorting that unknown person. But we don't want to get caught because there are guards around here. So I went to the right. It looks like there are 2 monks. Or I call them monks. They might be priests. I'm not entirely sure. But they're busy. So you can go around and pick up items if you like. You can also take these guys out if you want to. It's completely up to you. I decided to leave it.
So he's the one who made the door.
Now in here, this is like a, I don't know what it is. It's like a mini auditorium sort of. We're going to wait for the guards to finish talking. And most of these people are going to leave. There's only going to be one guard left. So we want to take him out. We're going to use Deverantis and a rock because he has a helmet on. But we don't want to do it too soon. We want to make sure that all those guards are out of the room before doing this to make sure that they don't come back in here and harass us. So once you see that they have left the area, go ahead and sling your Deverantis and then your rock to take this guy out. And we can freely explore this room. If you go up these seats on the opposite side, we'll find Curiosity 19, the Study of a Skinned Man. And there are items, but you have to go around. There are items on that cart that's blocking the way. Then when you come back down to the right where we need to go to exit, there are a couple of items there as well. And when we get here, we're just going to wait for this guard to start moving. He's way too heavily armored for us to do anything. So just wait for him to start moving. There isn't anything back here. I did walk over just to check, but there's nothing there.
Get to work. You've ruined the floor.
Now, as he walks forward, what you want to do is use your sling to bring down this chandelier. It'll take out the heavily armored guard, and the guy that the guards were escorting will take out the other guard. So now we need to get him to open up that door. And in the meantime, we need to take out the guards that are coming because we made way too much noise. So some people say stand to the left of the fire. I tend to stand right behind it, maybe a little to the left, because this seems to be the best way that your sling will stay aimed at the guards. See, it's quite difficult. And we have to take out 3 guards before that door gets unlocked. Once you've taken out 3, you can follow this guy. His name is Roderick. Just keep on running.
Hey, do you know where we're going?
You can see the exclamation points there, but the guards are not going to really mess with you too. They're going to be way behind.
Need to hide.
Just keep on running. And once we get here, Rod will close the door and we can just pick up the items around the room.
Will that do it?
It'll have to.
Right. We're in the basement.
As you follow the path going down,
Roderick, I need the book.
What on earth is so special about this
and then you'll
bloody
go
book?
back up again.
Could save my little brother, please.
I don't know where it is. The only thing I know
When
is
you
that they
get
tortured my
to
father death for it.
this area,
But
if
I'm
you
gonna
see
kill
out to the right, there's a
They killed my
chest that's
parents
shining.
too.
So climb
Get out
up
of here
these
together.
rocks here,
Alright.
open
What
up
about the
that
book?
chest,
Just you wait and
and
see.
grab what's
There's lots of
inside.
them around here.
Then we'll continue to follow Rod. And when we get down here, we have
Another library.
a little bit of a puzzle room.
Underneath the library.
We're going to have those wheels that spin, and we'll have carts
So
to
the
move.
sanguishetenera has
First,
to be
turn
here.
to the left, go
All I
to
know
the
is it
left
has a red
corner and
cover.
grab those items, and then turn right.
there.
You can see the bookshelf here. Well,
That must be
of
it.
course, there's the
I'll have
look
to climb up.
button. The bookshelf with the rock that's to the left corner of the room, you want to come back
Let's leave
here
that where it is.
because we have curiosity number 20, the Theriaque. I think that's how you say it. And also, straight ahead from where I'm looking now, if you go around that big boulder, there are items over there, but I'm not going to see them until later. So I think this is what I was talking about earlier. I'm going to get to a different vantage point and see it and then hop down.
Could you lend a hand?
Here we want to
All right.
work these
Interesting.
handles on this wheel.
That's your route to the book. Easy.
Now they're going to figure out that they can't do it together. So Rod's going to have to do it, and we have to direct him to as to which wheel we want him to turn.
Roderick,
So tell him to turn the wheel, grab onto this cart, and pull it out from underneath that shelf. Then we want to turn to the
I
right.
did.
You can see there's some natural light
you have to
coming
be very careful.
from those bookshelves, and there's the white cloth hanging. Bring it straight over there, and it'll position itself to where we can climb on it.
Perfect.
Once you have the cart moved, we're going to go to the
By
left.
the
You can
way,
see that there's a
my
cart
name's
at the
Amicia.
end.
And you're Roderick,
We need to
right?
push
You
it
know a lot
down.
of stuff, Amicia.
Who hired
There are
you?
a couple items on
To
the
do the
shelf
door.
if you need them.
Monks. You oversaw. They didn't talk much. My father designed it.
Once you
Two of
push
them
that down, you can
was
climb
just
down
an
onto
apprentice.
it.
Monks of a
And then
sort.
we need to push
Watching over
this
the
to the
sanguinity
other
mirror.
side of the room. So
Come on,
it is a little
move.
wonky, I
Don't injure
guess,
yourself.
the way that it
You want me to?
it steers.
No, my brother. I owe him this.
So
For all the times
just push it to the
I
opposite
wasn't
side
there
of
for
the
him.
room,
Yeah.
and we're going to
Have a hard time
place
bringing
it
the book back with a broken arm.
underneath the shelf. But we'll have to have Roderick pick the shelf up before we can place it underneath. So let it go. Look at Roderick, and the
Fine for
wheel
me.
that is facing us, that's the one we want him to
It's too quiet.
turn.
Where did the soldiers go?
Here, if you try to move it in too fast, it won't go.
don't know what
So
is.
wait until he's done
Right,
at least
let's get
3
this over with.
turns before pushing the cart underneath. Now we go back to the first cart, climb up, and we're going to turn to the right this time. And here you'll have Roderick
Roderick,
turn the wheel that's facing us yet again, and it will move the shelf in front of us so that we can climb over it. Now you can see here as I go forward, I look down,
hold on.
tell him to let it go, and right there I can see a few items glowing. So I'm just going to drop down, go around the boulder, and pick those guys up. And that's what I mean. Just try to do a little bit better job of exploring than me. I guess my note taking wasn't thorough
Roderick?
enough
Fine for me.
when I played through this the first time. So now we climb back up, go to the right, have Rod move the wheel that is facing us. Well, we don't even have to.
No, stop.
Yeah.
Just have him let it go, because I think I directed him to do it while I was climbing. Here we climb up, and we're going to make our way around this balcony, grab the book, and we'll be greeted with a cutscene. And that's where we're going to end this video for today. So thank you all so much for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe if you have found this helpful. And I can't wait to see everyone back here in part 7.
He destroyed
Until
my
then,
I know what it's
Kaji
like.
always has wares.